This may be one of the most important videos I ever make, and that is just reading information from a 2003 study called How to Not Be Poor, which was conducted by the National Center for Policy Analysis. And I'll link to this in the video description. In this, they say that about 31 million Americans live in households with income below the poverty level, according to the latest U.S. Census data. Again, this came out in 2003, so I think that number is higher by now, which is sad, but that's the reality. And what they've said is certain behaviors are a recipe for success. In turn, behaving the opposite way is a recipe for failure. But to keep this video positive, let's just talk about that. People who finish high school, get married, have children only within a marriage, and go to work, cut their odds of long-term poverty to virtually nothing. So again, stay in school, get a job, only get pregnant if you're married. So single mothers, look, you want to call it racist or whatever? Go ahead, because the facts are the facts. There are more single mothers who are black than are white. I believe the number is like 75% versus 20% of white women, and Asian single moms is very small. So with all those figures combined, I'll just read the conclusion here from the NCPA, and that is, poverty is most often a consequence of specific behavior. By engaging in other behaviors, people can avoid poverty. To help people escape poverty, government programs should encourage these behaviors. Now, I'm personally against marriage because it doesn't benefit men at all because they get screwed in court. Bottom line is they get screwed in court. However, this message is mainly for women because you all are the ones who choose to have kids or not. It's not on the guy. Nobody can force you to have a kid. That is your decision. In the United States, you can have an abortion. You can use birth control. You can choose to not have sex. You can choose to have sex in ways that don't involve semen getting near your vaginal opening. This is ultimately your choice. So although men have a responsibility in it, of course, it ultimately falls on women to not have kids out of wedlock. So yeah, it sucks that you have to blame yourself, but you have to blame yourself. In order to change, you have to accept that you are responsible for your own behavior. And if it's too late, I feel bad for you, but that doesn't mean you could lose hope. It just means you have to work harder than somebody who doesn't have children, or, obviously if you don't have a job, finding a job is tough, so you have to make your job finding a job. That's the bottom line. Spend 8 hours a day networking. Networking is actually more important than filling out applications. I can't tell you that enough, especially in professional fields. Filling out applications is kind of like, networking is where it's at. But yeah, best of luck with your life. If you found this video, I made it not to offend people, but to just tell straight up facts. And hopefully it helps somebody out there improve their life overall in the long term.
Sometimes, Mona, you gotta go down to get up.
Mona, I know this sounds crazy, but I need you to go and call the cops. I need them here.
You're right. You are crazy. I'm a fugitive, Max. I just escaped from custody.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't
Go to hell, Max. Bastard.